welcome back to the channel. I'm Flaps, as you probably know, because this is part 14 of the Kangoo van build. Conversion stuff. In last video, which was actually part 12A, I installed plumbed the diesel heater into the tank, got it working. Everything's bonny, everything's wicked, everything's grand, everything's coolio. So, what I've done today is I've just tidied up the wiring a bit. That's just the other wires for the other appliances and stuff. I'm going to put the display on the end of the kitchen near the sliding door. I've tidied up the fuel pipes underneath. Oh, hello. So they're all cable tied up and the fuel filter's tied up. So that's now sorted. I don't have to worry about the underneath bit now. And now I'm going to start boxing in the diesel heater, and that means then I can start the kitchen. So hopefully at the end of this video there'll be some semblance of a kitchen cabinet type thing, but we'll see. Anyway, see you in a bit. I've just cut two side panels, the length that I want and the height that I want, using the trusty bucket hole jig, which is there. So you won't be able to see the screws. Well, you will be able to see them if you look, but it looks a lot neater. So, I've said before, van building is an ever-changing process. I was just going to put a little cupboard over the top of the diesel heater and drill some holes in it for ventilation. But I'm thinking, I've got some wasted space there where the wires are. So, if I cut a piece that width and the length of the diesel heater and make it into a shelf, I can put the water containers on, because I'm having the sink at the back here, and to get them out we can either have a cupboard door on the end or a cupboard door on the front. Might be better on the end actually, so you can empty your water and fill up your water. That'll be better. And I'm going to turn that piece of wood the other way around so it's on its edge, creating a bit more room across here. And there's going to be one, I'm going to cut a full piece the height I want and the length that I want, and then out of that piece is going to be cupboard doors. I'm going to try and get a pull-out table in it. So it does mean building sort of a framework first and then cutting the ply to screw onto it. Because I said before, the kitchen is not going to be very big. It's going to come up to about there. So I've got some height for the sink and the waste pipe to go into a container, and then I can scribe the worktop round the wall to the end. Because the pull-out shelf could be, you could use the gas cooker on it, because it's going to be a portable camping gas type stove, one ring thing. Yeah, so it's evolving, it's an evolution. Because I'm going to have to shorten that batten, because where it is now, there, I'll have to bring it back to just where the wheel arch is. So it is going to be a tiny kitchen, and it's all because of the toilet. When you sat on the toilet, your feet are going to hit the kitchen. So if I pull it back a bit and build it up, that's enough room for your feet. Enough room for the kitchen. Should have a bit of storage as well, because you've got two of these, one side by side, and then you've got that space to the edge of the wheel arch. I mean, this will come back towards the edge of the van a bit, like there. And I might just have a pull off side, so you can still get to everything. yeah, might even get to the point where I do some more cupboards, a bit more storage. I know if you look it, you can get overhead lockers that are plastic that are already made for, like, from a Kangoo MPV, but I think I'd rather make them out of ply, to be honest. So there's going to be plenty of storage, because we've got under the sink, we've got the storage cupboard there in the middle, we've got this cupboard here, you've got a shelf, a secret shelf above the cab. So yeah, it's going to be compact and bijou. Right, so we're going to do a shelf across the top of the diesel heater, straight to the wheel arch. Drill some holes in it so for ventilation. And we've got a tiny bit of storage there where the wires are. God, I sound boring, don't I? I don't care. It's me. It's me, and will always be me. Right, let's do that then. Build a shelf above the diesel heater and drill some holes in it for ventilation. Do a small square for that. Might even do a small square for that. Make it look a bit neater. Yes, that's what we'll do. Let's crack on, Paul! It's going to look something like that. Just need to trim this edge off here and drill some holes in top. Yeah, so we've got a bit more room now in the middle. Excuse me. And then we need to set the height of it. And hopefully one end piece with the door, one front piece with all the doors and bits and pieces. Happy days. Got as far as this at the moment. Now, a wise man once said to me, when you're building a van, always think 5 steps ahead. And I made that mistake with this one because I didn't. Because I forgot about the height of the heater hose. And I've got a that's my wood bin. Oh no, that is my base. That's the base of the kitchen. Because you've got the diesel heater obviously there, the vent and the hose there. So what we're going to have is a full side piece on both ends of ply and a full front of ply, obviously with cutouts for any cupboard doors, drawers, pull out table, whatever, and the vent. Now if I thought about it, you know, 5 steps ahead, I could have just done that in one sheet, but I've not had to do it in 2. But that's okay. Let me just show you what sort of an assemblage it's going to look like. That's the basic layout. We've got water supply, fridge, we've got a gap in the middle. I might make a tiny cupboard for that. And then above the fridge is going to be the worktop, obviously. So I'm thinking worktop's probably going to come to about there, which is high enough to, when you sat down, to use it as a worktop. There's loads of room behind for wiring and stuff. So now, do I set the height to the worktop? I don't know. The tiniest fridge in the world, it works off 240 volts or 12 volts. I think it's only a 15 litre fridge. It's not massive, but you know, some bottles in the door. Yeah, I think it's a 15 litre. Yeah, 15 litre. Can't find out the wattage of it, because it doesn't say it anywhere. So I'm hoping it doesn't drain the battery. But I might do a test, before I actually fit it properly, I might do a test between 12 volts and 240 volt and see which is best, basically. I know Betty's is 240 volt on a tabletop fridge, and that's plugged into inverter, and that runs forever. So we'll see what this is like. It might be a crap fridge, I don't know. I think I'm only 60 quid off Amazon. But it's coming together slowly. And with with the end panels, I'm going to drill some holes for ventilation for the diesel heater in this end panel. And I might do the same in the other end panel, or put a little, like a fridge vent on it or something. But there's enough room, bear with, for when you're on the toilet. Just let me put my crock there. There's enough room just for you to sit on the toilet quite comfortably. Depending what you're doing, of course. Crocs rule. Crocs maketh the man. Style guru, fashion god, that's me. Just thought I'd tell you that. So it's coming together. I mean, I know I've got some, you call it wasted space under there, but there's a lot of ventilation for the diesel heater, which is what I really wanted. So yes, I think we'll set the height of the worktop. Might even cut a piece of ply just for the time being.
Oh, you're already here.
As a template. A few days later. Yeah, so it's been a few days for me since I got to this stage, and it's been like 3 seconds for you lot. So I'm thinking about the height of everything, and I think I'm going to come to the conclusion that it's probably better if where the fridge is, I'd say come a few inches above the fridge, because we're looking at a little cupboard. If no, I've got to come a few inches above the fridge, because I need a pull out shelf. So I think I'm going to come above that bulb screw, the light unit screw. So it's probably going to come to about here. I know that means nothing to you lot, but yeah, above the bulb screw, I think, definitely. Actually gives plenty of room, and then when you sat on the bench, you should have enough. In fact, let's get in. I'm sat on some laminate at the minute. So that to me is a good height for the kitchen worktop. Yeah, tiny cupboard in there. Do you love my Crocs and socks? Crocs do maketh the man. Style god, fashion guru, fashion god, just style. And they're not in turbo mode either. Anyway, back to the build. Yeah, I think above that will be ideal. I'm at the minute, my head's touching the roof, but I'm sat on a solid packet of laminate flooring. But I've said from day one, you can still relax, no problem, chill out on the seats, make your bed up if you want, and lie with your back to the driver's seat. So yeah, it's all good. I mean, in hindsight, I probably made the seat just an inch too high, but hey, inch high private eye, that's what I say. Right, let's get cracking with something. 4 pieces cut at 60 centimetres, so I'm going to put them in the 4 corners, and I'm going to do a pocket hole jig thingy on each end, and then I'm going to see if I can find a piece of plywood just so I can see what it looks like on top, because I've no buttons left now. So it's not going to finish in this video, but you're going to get an idea of what it's going to look like. That's the way you do it. There we go, 4 uprights with pocket holes in. Framework's up, 60 centimetres from that first base there. I've just put these little battens on for the time being, just for trying to square it up a bit, and it's fairly square to me, looking at it. The battens might not be square, but the framework's square, if that makes sense. Because there's going to be sort of one solid piece of ply, same up front and same up to the side. That's my eye, that, what I'm looking at, and that to me looks square. You can never tell in vans anyway. I don't want to turn it around. So, I'm going to try and find a piece of ply now and cut it and just screw it on. It does look awfully high, that though. But let's move these. Ugh. Right, so you sat down on your bench seat. Washing up. Something else on there. Pull out shelf. Cooking, blah blah blah. Beans on toast, whatever. Yeah, it's a very small van for very small people, this. Said before, I'm 5'7", just about fit in. So anybody above 5'7", don't buy this van. Don't convert a Kangoo. Yeah, I'm happy with that so far. Right, let's get a piece of ply. Right, that's as far as I can go in this video, I'm afraid. Got my template worked up. Need to cut another piece for that gap there, which I can do. Scribing's not so bad, I'll push in there. So look at it from the other side. Yeah, not too bad. Like I said before, these will be coming off, these buttons, because they're going to be a full piece of ply. And when I decide what worktop I'm having, because I actually thought, you see, to save money, might make the top out of ply and put laminate as the top, which is going to match the floor, because that's the floor, and just seal, you know, seal it, varnish it, seal it properly, so if there's any water spills it won't get down it. But I've run out of these battens now, so I can't do any more, and I need to figure out how to put the pull-out shelf in. That's the next major thing, really. So for now, I think that's going to be it. That's the end of part 14. Non-wet kitchen, as you can see. In part 15, which will be the next video, you might see a lot more of the kitchen being done. But I'm on holiday for a week, so it's going to be a week or so, maybe 2 weeks before the next video's out. Thanks for watching. Please give us a thumbs up, give us a subscribe, drop a comment down below, tell us what you all think. Stay safe, guys.